Moviesucktastic is a podcast about bad movies and the people that love them. But it's more than just a podcast. It's also an online presence. If you want to know more about Moviesucktastic or want to become a part of Moviesucktastic, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter at Moviesucktastic. You can find our blog at boothreviews.blogspot.com. Or if you want to give your own reviews that we might use on the show, you can go to reviews.moviesucktastic.com and check out our own little lunch.com community for Moviesucktastic. Check us out and become a part of the show, because the only thing more fun than a bad movie is sharing it.
This is America, Bill, so I want you to live it up, stud man. This is the last summer blast.
It's a fast life.
Great party, Bill.
Thanks.
It's a low life.
Who wants something?
I do.
It's a high life. It's a wild life.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Hi, I'm Bill Conrad, and you are...
Not interested.
Looking for adventure. And whatever comes our way.
If you don't get out of here right now, I'm gonna scream.
You won't scream.
I'll scream.
You won't scream.
Yeah, darling, go make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace.
Well, you said you wanted an adventure. I just can't believe it's with a cop.
Fire that took out the constant. Explode into space.
You almost got us killed.
Hey, as soon as you're scared, you're dead.
Like a true nature's child. We were born to be wild.
You're the one who needed your freedom.
Well, I didn't know that was an excuse for you to start going out with the entire male race.
Born to be wild.
Now, from the creators of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, comes something even faster.
Do you like to be my roommate?
I thought you'd never ask.
They're doing it.
It's casual.
They're saying it.
It's casual.
They're living the wild life.
It's casual.
You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
You can all go fuck yourselves.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah. It's only been
I didn't
forever.
I didn't forget to unmute my microphone this time.
You didn't. Well, you just didn't mute it, right?
I muted it.
Oh, you did,
Mister?
I thought you were just being really good.
Mr. Accusatory.
What?
Okay. Well, welcome to the latest episode of Moviesucktastic.
Episode 111. Go ahead and make a wish.
What?
It is believed that multiple numbers of the same are good luck, and you should.
I know people that believe that. Yeah.
You should make a wish if you see, like, if it's 2:22 in the afternoon, 11:11 at night, 5:55, whatever. If they're all the same, it's supposed to mean good luck, and you're supposed to make a wish when you see that. So you can make wishes all episode long. How about that?
I already made one.
Hey, I didn't make the rules. Really? What's your wish?
If I tell you, it might not come true.
Okay, it's the risk we'll have to take. Anyway, all right, episode 111 coming right at you. This week we're reviewing the Christopher Penn Machine, The Wildlife, which was my movie challenge to you.
Yes, it was.
It was.
Thank you very much.
And the connection was Leah Thompson from Red Dawn. I strictly just picked a actor-actress connection.
Right.
Now, this is a film I remember growing up with in the 80s. And I remember my parents getting a copy of it from a friend who told them, this is a very funny film, you should watch it. And I remember sneaking the film, like watching it when they weren't around. Mainly because of the gratuitous sex, swearing, specifically the strip club scene for Chris Penn's character, his bachelor party.
Stag party.
Stag party. Specifically for that scene, especially when the girl with the giant jugs jumps in a big bowl of soapy water.
That was milk.
Was it milk?
I thought it was milk. I can't. I'm not going to say it was milk.
Okay.
I just assumed it was milk.
It's probably milk then.
Just because she had the big breasts, I thought that was the connection.
Hey, I always thought it was like bath soapy bubbles. I just watched the movie a week and a half ago, and I don't remember.
I'm not arguing the point. I'm just saying that was my first impression. That's all.
Now I remember in the mom and pop shops, video stores that we used to go to, like the old Palmer Videos and Curry Home Videos back in the day. There was a section, saloon doors, so to say, that area of the store where that woman had other videos. But it was like softcore, where she was doing like strip club stuff like that. But those were the whole movies. That was it. Just her being naked and running around on stage and whatnot. And I always wanted to see him because of this movie, because I knew who she was only from this film. But apparently, she was very popular in the 80s for showing her breastises. Actually, I should find out her name.
Yes, you should. If you're going to talk about her.
If I'm going to talk about her like that.
Now, I've never seen the film before, but I had one of those lost memory instances while I was watching the film.
Right.
I do recall scenes from the film that I must have had hammered into my brain through television commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, the headbutting.
The lighting the cigarette?
No, these are my...
Oh,
you don't weigh in. These are my memories. I don't know why you're suddenly jumping in there.
I'm just saying that... Okay, go ahead.
Anyway.
That one sticks out, that's all.
Well, I would talk about me.
Let's talk about you. Go ahead. Go.
It's about me.
It's all about you.
So we're watching it again. The headbutting, I remembered specifically from I had the flash. I've seen that scene like 80, 90 times. The three guys crashing through the apartment wall.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I recall, and specifically the helmet with the weights attached to it when he was doing setups.
Yes.
I vividly recall seeing that over and over again back in that time period, and it must have been television commercials or HBO commercials playing nonstop. But I never actually saw the film until this past week because of you. Thanks to the wonders of YouTube, I was able to watch it pretty much wherever I was.
That's cool.
It's casual.
It's casual. It's casual. I like... Okay, I found out her name. It's Kitten Natividad. She's from Chihuahua, Mexico.
It's pronounced Chihuahua.
Chihuahua? Yeah,
okay. That's how it's pronounced.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, she's done a lot of just your softcore stuff. The New Centaurians as a go-go dancer. Deep Jaws. Sheer... Who is
and
this?
Who didn't turn off their phone?
This is family. Give me 1 second.
Really?
Hello?
Really? We're going to stop the show for family.
Hey. It's going all right? What's up?
We're doing a show. Apparently we're not doing a show. Yeah. I can just talk about the movie while Joey wanders off to talk to whoever. My phone is actually turned off, by the way, because I'm a professional. Anyway, so the film The Wildlife, which we were talking about before Joey was so rudely interrupted, is basically this pointless film about a group of teenagers. It's written by Cameron Crowe, right on the heels of the success of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So I guess the idea was doing that about high school, and then this is about kind of like leaving high school, even though only one or two of the people in the film is actually out of high school. The other half of the characters are still high school students. And we follow this, I guess, 3 different storylines. One surrounding Chris Penn and his failed attempts at engaging his girlfriend, and pretty much following on his reckless lifestyle.
Sorry.
And compare that. Oh, I'm sorry. Joey, do you want to jump in here?
Sorry, it's family. I had to answer it.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my phone on this evening, just because of things like that. I thought it was something else, but it's not.
On the other, and then his friend Eric Stoltz's character Bill is the opposite of him. He's kind of like very responsible. He's just getting his first apartment. He's trying to move on, and he's actually trying to distance himself from his past girlfriend, whereas Chris Penn is trying to propose to his girlfriend. And then there's this whole meandering subplot with the kid from Weird Science.
Oh yeah,
Ian Mitchell Smith.
Yep.
Who is this Vietnam obsessed teenager who goes around blowing shit up.
Yeah, confused, social outcast, so to say. But
I don't know about confused. I think he was like the most together guy in the whole film, intentionally.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I would say confused for some things. It just doesn't.
As far as his glorification of war, yeah, obviously.
But like I said, I grew up with this film in the '80s, and even though I know it's not a very good film, I have a soft spot for this movie.
I don't.
Don't ask me why. Well, you can ask me why. I have a soft spot for it. I like it. I like this movie for some reason.
What do you like about it?
I don't know. I just like that Fast Times at Ridgemont High type film that this is definitely derived from. I mean, a lot. As a matter of fact, Cameron Crowe, he wrote the screenplay for this film. He also wrote the screenplay for Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I already mentioned that when you walked away.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why the movies are kind of similar. That's why Christopher Penn, not Sean Penn, is in this one. I bet they did that purposely, but I think the film wasn't liked as much back then because they probably thought it was just ripping off Fast Times at Ridgemont High, even though they're 2 very different films. Because
really,
Christopher Penn is in this one, not Sean Penn. He was playing not a guy who gets high. He has a little bit more together than that, but I don't know. I think if this film was released like it could be, but it's not because of the copyright problems they have with all the music in the movie, that is the reason why you can't find this movie anywhere. You can find it used online on VHS, and if you can get your hands on a Laserdisc, if anyone still has a Laserdisc player, you can get it that way. And that's it. That's it. I mean, the copy that we're shown in the back is the Laserdisc copy. So, I mean, and it's not that clear either. So you can only imagine what the VHS tape looks like.
My favorite part of watching this on YouTube was when the movie stopped halfway through, and then suddenly it's at side B. Like, oh, I remember doing that a lot. Yeah, that was the good old days.
Well,
yeah.
I don't remember doing that often because I had to get up to flip my discs.
You know what I mean. As far as seeing the side B, having that's.
I did upgrade a player later on that did it for me. Well, actually, it didn't flip the disc; it just spun the laser around to the other side. That's the only movement inside the machine. That's your tech tip with Joey. But yeah, no, that was fun when it went to blue screen. That just that blue screen we all know and love. If anyone owned a Laserdisc or even used the input on their VCR, you got that blue, and it said switching or side B. It's very, very cool.
Mm-hmm. Now, I have to disagree with you totally. I find no reason to feel any kind of soft spot or any other kind of spot regarding this film. I personally was never into the teen comedies of that time period to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And save for some exceptions, ironically enough, stuff like Porky's, which I think has a little bit more going for it. And also, but stuff like this, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I never really cared for. It's got some moments, but for the most part, it's just an excuse to show naked teenage girls. Not that I have a problem with that. And the whole film just seems like thrown together at the last minute. You've got a eerily similar Spicoli character.
Yeah.
Almost like, let's take the Spicoli character and just make him less stupid so he can actually function outside, and carry a storyline instead of being a running gag. And then your typical uptight, nerdish, responsible guy, and then just throw in some wild card to throw around to fill in time, going back and forth between these two love stories. And there's really, most of the dialogue is not inspired, to say the least. Now, Cameron Crowe went on to write one of my favorite, and a lot of people's favorites, romantic comedies from the 80s, Say Anything.
True.
And
yes.
And that, when you compare the dialogue in Say Anything to the dialogue in this...
It's only 2 years removed as well.
Exactly. So I really get the feeling this film was rapidly thrown together with no real concern. I don't even think... I get the feeling that Cameron Crowe didn't care too much about this movie. It was just, okay, we're going to jump on this success. Let's crank something out. I don't see a lot of devotion. I see some good ideas in here, but none of it carried through to a satisfying end.
Well, two things with that. You're right. It's either A, Fast Times and this were probably written around the same time because the films are similar with their style, because Crowe wrote both movies, or B, right. He was probably contracted to, maybe 2-3 movie picture deal to write, and he wrote Fast Times and he wrote this, but by the time he got to this, you're right, he probably kind of threw it together and rushed it, and then he was able to do something close to his heart with Say Anything, and that's why that is so much, everything is better as far as writing to dialogue to the film itself. And
everything, it's all speculation, obviously. We're just going off of what we feel. But if we look at the Fast Times of Ridgemont came out in 82, then you got Wildlife in 84. That's a quick-ass turnaround to go to a sequel when you talk about, okay, the movie did great, we need to do something similar to it without doing a real sequel. So you're throwing a script together, you're getting a production together, get a bunch of names to thrown in together, young up-and-coming names. It's it's almost a carbon copy of Fast Times. And then from that point on, you've got from 84, Say Anything comes out in 89. So there you see a slowdown. He's made his bones, so to speak. Now he's going into, all right, now I'm not making a third one of these crappy things.
Oh wow, I thought Say Anything was 86, but I was thinking of other. No. I was thinking Better Off Dead with John Cusack. That was 86.
Oh, you mixed up Cusacks. Yes,
I mixed. Yeah, and then pretty much from Say Anything, he, as far as a writer goes, he's pretty much hit after hit after hit.
But
everything
spaced out here and there. It's scattered. He's not.
He's not pumping them out like he did his first two films.
He's a producer. He's a director. He's doing a bunch of stuff.
3-4 years between projects, almost on every one.
But you can tell just watching this film that it was okay, let's just throw this shit together and make the money now. Mm-hmm. So and don't forget, this is also when the video era was just coming out. Right now, all of a sudden they're thinking, okay, when Fast Times is out in video, we need to have something in the theaters reminiscent of it.
Right. Yeah. It basically reminds everybody. It's like, if you love this, you'll love this. And doesn't it say something like that in the movie poster too? It says, from the creators of Fast Times of Ridgemont High, something even faster.
Faster, which it's not.
No.
It's not faster. No.
And I love it at the bottom of the poster. Coming soon to select theaters. Select theaters.
Yeah, so
Man,
I disagree
you
totally.
know, going
as
to the
far as
movies,
just-
going to the movies, even as far back as 15 years ago, it was such a more personal experience.
Oh, let's not get into this. This will turn into a whole episode.
I know, but it really was. I mean, I don't ever get the feelings that I did going to a movie like I used to as little as 15 years or more, 20 years. It just nowadays, it's just something to do. It feels a lot more like something to do.
Because you're an adult.
Yeah, it's probably, I don't know. You were probably right. Well, anyway, let's not get harp on that.
Exactly. I want to point out a couple things. The only thing that thrilled me more than having Randy Quaid appear as the Vietnam vet,
the junkie vet.
Oh yeah, the only thing that thrilled me more than that was having Leah Thompson's cop boyfriend being Ellis from Die Hard.
Hans, Bubby,
Bubby.
I'm your white knight. How about Rick Moranis?
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised though. 80s, I mean, SCTV was taking off, so they were putting him in anything they could.
I mean, there are so many recognizable faces in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got everybody from Leah Thompson, Eric Stoltz, even Christopher Penn, Rick Moranis. You got Randy Quaid. You got Michael Bowen. You got a whole bunch of fucking people. Eric Stoltz.
The guy that,
I think I said that
already. Who's the guy?
SHERILYN Finn.
Did you say Michael Bowen?
Michael Bowen, yeah. He's from
right.
Night of the Comet.
Now, yes. Now, what I'm looking at is the guy that, the cable installer.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Lee Ving.
Lee Ving.
I saw him because whenever I see him, all I think of is, hey, that's Mr. Body from Clue.
Yeah.
I swear, he's been in a shitload of stuff. Every time I see him, that's all I think of is Clue.
Yeah.
It's just... And actually, he hasn't been in a shitload of stuff. He's been in a few things. I take that back. I just brought up his actor list. It's like, oh, okay, not as much as I remember.
Yeah. And more importantly, the liquor store clerk, the one that tells Christopher Penn that that Christopher Penn can't buy the alcohol because he basically said he fucked his sister. That's Dean Devlin.
Which is
the fucking blockbuster producer of films like Independence Day, Stargate, Godzilla, Eight-Legged Freaks. What else did he do? He did. They're doing the new Independence Day reboot. But Dean Devlin, he did The Patriot with Mel Gibson.
Okay, yeah.
Dean Devlin is a major movie producer these days. He's one of the most recognizable movie producers working. And he was like some shitty liquor store clerk in this movie. Incredible.
Okay. Now that I see pictures of him as an old man, I recognize him. Okay. Yeah. I'll do one better. How about when Ian Mitchell Smith goes to the Army Navy store, the military store, and then Ben Stein is trying to sell him fake Vietnam vet jackets.
He goes, yeah, I should. Well, what was Randy Quaid's name in the movie? But he's like, I should bring him here. What a joke.
Well, he didn't even mention his name. He didn't mention his name in that scene.
Or I should bring my friend here. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a friend here who's a vet. I should bring him here. And I think that what they were going through the whole film is that they think that you're supposed to think he's making the guy up.
They were definitely shooting for that.
Right, and you know what? And it's that character. When I say like the film, I feel unfulfilled by the end of this movie. There's two major storylines that they could have done so much more with, and would have made if they had like focused more on that, it would have been a more interesting film. Or even focused more on them, had them cross somewhere in the middle. Is the Chris Penn character as this kind of sociopathic user that just feeds off everybody and manipulates everybody, and it keeps doing it until it comes to a head. Kind of like a Population 12, I forget the name of the book, 1408, something like that. I mean, that kind of thing where like this cold, cynical guy's charming everybody, and then he just keeps building lie upon lie until it all explodes in his face.
Right.
And then the idea of this young kid without a father figure latching onto this just this heroin addict, ex-Vietnam vet or Vietnam vet, not accident, and just channeling that need for a purpose in life into acts of defiance and violence. I wanted to see that come to a head, not peter out to, oh, I guess I'll go back to school now.
Right. Dean Devlin was a real genius. He played Milton. And why does that character sound so familiar?
Milton? Well, Milton's a very popular name.
But he played Milton in Real Genius. He was probably one of the lab rats. But you're right. I would see that story, sure, with him fucking up his life, doing something stupid.
Well, and the film opens with that, and I really just it doesn't go anywhere. Like Cameron Crowe put these interesting characters with that, like multifaceted, interesting characters in there, and then just did a Fast Times with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's why I don't like the film and why I don't have a soft spot for everything, because I keep waiting for it to become something more than Fast Times, which it had the potential to be. And instead it's just and instead of becoming more than that, it's just less than that Fast Times, because at least Fast Times knew it was an ensemble film. There's not enough storylines in this movie to make it an ensemble film. Yet there's enough characters and actors in it to give the impression of ensemble film, and it just falls apart for me there. I don't think I'm reading too deep into it. I get the attraction of watching underage girls undress and dress. How about that scene where Leah Thompson's like dressing in the background, and they have like just the quick shots of her putting on her body stocking and stuff?
That's not Leah Thompson. That's her friend. You're talking about her friend, the one from Pink Floyd's The Wall?
No, her friend was in the makeup mirror, and then Leah Thompson was behind her putting on the sexy outfit.
Oh,
I remember.
Yes, you're right.
I was watching the right pair of legs. Yes, and
I have to actually switch out the video because this part has full breast shot, and I'm sure that we'll be we'll get thrown off of YouTube for having nudity. There we go.
There's no nudity on YouTube?
No.
Oh.
Best you can do is breast exams.
I can't.
YouTube can't take those videos off because they're educational. So what people do is they get around that. Their loopholes are to get attractive women to do breast exams. Same thing they do with gyno exams as well.
I was just double checking. The Wildlife is Ben Stein's film debut.
Oh God.
Because I was wondering if this had happened after Ferris Bueller. No, this is before Ferris Bueller.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
a year
the first
before.
film ever.
So after he was Nixon's writer for a while, he decided to do this.
It went right from Nixon screenwriter to bit parts in Hollywood films.
Ah,
which worked out for him, so I can't really argue with the.
It did.
Stuff. At least he's not doing a fucking political talk show.
Ugh,
he's like the only one.
Not yet. I'm sure they'll convince him at some point.
I think I think that ship kind of sailed after he did Ben Stein's Money. Win Ben Stein's Money.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. After that, you can't host a panel of like political fucking talking people. I don't know. You can't host a panel of talking heads.
Talking heads.
And not expect one of them to bring up. Oh, so anyway, how you still talk to Jimmy Kimmel? Yeah, fuck you.
The one thing I kept thinking about repeatedly while watching this film is that the performance that Eric Stoltz delivers in this movie, I just keep getting the feeling that it is pretty much the exact performance that he gave in Back to the Future before they decided to go with Michael J. Fox. I don't know if you knew that they filmed over half the film with Eric Stoltz.
Yeah, I've seen some of the stills. Yeah,
they refused to release the footage, even though it is
stupid.
So many years removed. I mean, it's almost 30 years.
There's really no reason not to release that footage.
Well, their claim is that they don't want to embarrass Eric Stoltz because they feel his performance is not very good. Well, they don't come out and say that. What I think they're really trying to say is everyone knows and loves the Michael J. Fox performance and character, and to show anything else might make Eric Stoltz have him look in a bad light. And I think that's completely the opposite. I think people will embrace it to show this is what, at least movie buffs anyway, to show that this is what this movie could have been. Not that the Back to the Future film is bad, it's a great movie, but this is what it could have been like. And I think people would be interested in seeing that.
Yeah, all right, first of all, Eric Stoltz was in The Wildlife, okay?
Yeah.
That's bad enough as it is. What else was he in? Sister. There's a classic for you. The Fly 2. He did The Fly 2. You're not going to embarrass him.
I still like The Fly 2.
Shut up.
I do. The dog scene gets me every time. I can't watch it.
It's not a real dog, Joey.
I know it's not. It's, hey, you know what? Suspension of disbelief. It's the emotion of if it was a real dog. It gets me every single time. Okay. He did Killing Zoe and Pulp Fiction.
Well, of course he did Killing Zoe and Pulp Fiction, yeah.
They were only a year apart. They were both Tarantino machines.
He was in Anaconda.
Yes, he was.
There, done. Release the footage. It's not the fucking Zapruder film. Come on, I want to see Eric Stoltz with Doc.
Unfortunately, I think not that he'll have to pass away. I think that's silly, but I think they might even go in that direction. You might not see this footage for decades.
Bullshit. We demand it now.
I think
what? If you're not going to show it, if you're not going to show the footage, stop fucking talking about it. Don't put stills from the footage on the Back to the Future Special Edition DVD and then say, oh, but we're not going to show you the footage.
Oh, I love the landlord. He's on the screen now. That's the porno producer from Boogie Nights, the one that gets caught with child porn.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even recognize him. I recognize him from something else too. Hold on.
But I love it. It's my weakness. I don't touch him.
Hold on. Was he? He's the guy from. He's the arms dealer from Hot Stuff. Am I correct?
Oh shit!
What's his name?
I'll pull it up real quick.
Mr. Park. What was the character's name in that?
I think you're right.
I think I'm right too, but I need confirmation on this.
Let's see. What was his name?
Kiss my ass. That'd take a week.
Where are
I don't know his name in the film. He's just the. I thought it might be. We can't have dead air while we're doing this, Joe.
Yeah,
One of us has got to.
It's okay. It's okay. Shit. He's got to be.
It's not Jack Kehoe. I'm thinking of somebody else.
No. I think it's Bryn Berliner. I think his name was Tony, right? No, definitely.
He looks like a.
You know what? Why am I killing myself? I'm just going to go to Boogie Nights on IMDb. He's much easier to find in there.
There you go. You can do that.
I mean, in fucking Boogie Nights is what was he? The commissioner? What do they call him?
I don't know. It's been ages since I watched that. After Magnolia,
I typed Booby Nights by accident.
And you probably that's a different film entirely.
It's a Freudian slip.
I mean, beyond that, there's really
Colonel.
not much.
His name was the Colonel. I think his was the Colonel.
Okay. While you're looking that up, what I'm saying is that beyond that, I really don't have much else to say about the film. Its parts are more than the sum of its whole, or the reverse of whatever it's supposed to be. It's like you have all these great actors that went on to do great things, and it's cool to see them in the film. But the film itself is just forgettable, except for those few little gems, those jewel points that could have been a better story, a better film, and just didn't come through.
All right, his name in the film was Craig Davis, and his name was the Colonel in Boogie Nights. What year did fucking Hot Stuff come out? Was that like 79, 80?
That's 70. That's around Burt Reynolds' time.
God, so that's
early
like
70s,
late
70s.
Late 70s. Let's see. Super Goop, Wonderbug, Bob Newhart.
Wonderbug.
Yeah, he was in Wonderbug. He was in High Anxiety. Flash
Whenever
Gordon,
you're near.
Swap Meet.
High anxiety.
Smurfs.
It's around that high anxiety time period.
Oh,
Read faster.
I'm already in the 80s. I don't see hot stuff.
Damn, he looks just like him.
Yeah.
What was the guy's name again?
Craig Davis.
Craig Davis. I'm gonna double check just to make sure.
Okay.
In case you're just having trouble reading.
Well, he's been in a lot of shit, so it's like all mixed in there. He's done a lot of TV too. I fucking love hot stuff.
You got anything else? Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about the movie?
Not really. It's just I think it should be given a chance.
No.
Make your own decision of whether or not. Go to YouTube.
Oh,
the video has only been on YouTube a little while.
Dude, what is this? Like the defense rests? Everybody makes the decision when they watch the film. I'm just saying, do you have anything else to say about the movie itself?
Not really. No, I mean, we kind of just said it all. It's not a deep film by any means, I should say.
It's got those moments where it could have been, though.
Yeah, I mean,
when you drag the Vietnam War into it and you're not laughing, you're going for deep, and it just it's like it pulled its punch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be surprised after seeing Say Anything and seeing what he was trying to do there. I could even see him handing in a script, saying, "Okay, look, I've taken these teenagers and I've taken them somewhere else," and then going, "Well, there's not enough tits in this. What are you talking about?" And why is this kid go on like a rampage at the end and get killed? What? This isn't funny. So tone it back down.
Yeah. No, he was not in Hot Stuff, unfortunately.
Damn it, he looked just like him. All right.
I'm trying to find the actor in Hot Stuff, if there's a picture of him anyway. Oh well.
Now, so I'm going to give you a challenge first.
Okay, see if I can guess it.
But also, what we're going to do after this is, I was talking to Joey at some point, and we'll talk about this and other romantic comedies of the 80s, and I had the idea that it would be so much better if we took these romantic comedies from the 80s.
Right.
All of them have plots that could easily be turned into like dark suspense thrillers.
Oh God, that's right. We were doing that tonight.
I guess we were doing that tonight.
I've had a lot on my mind.
Well, I can go through my choices if you want to play along.
Yes, let's do that. Fuck, I'm sorry, dude.
That's okay. That's all right. I've got plenty of material to spread around. But before we go through that, I want to give my movie challenge.
Okay.
And I thought long and hard about this.
Long and hard.
Oh yeah. And I'm not going by actor.
Okay.
I'm not going by plot or theme.
Oh, is it musical score?
Convertible.
Convertible.
There's a convertible in this film, and there's a convertible in your challenge for next episode.
It's not Fort Fairlane, is it?
No, thank God, it is not Fort Fairlane.
Okay.
I am not ready for that. Okay. No.
Can he say "God, fuck my Christ" on the air?
and besides, you know my feeling about like reviewing bad comedies. I it's more of a taste thing, so I normally don't like to challenge you to straight comedies.
Okay.
So I'll give you another shot if you want, but I don't think you're going to guess it.
Is there a convertible in Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke?
Well, that's a comedy, and I just said I don't.
Okay. I thought you were giving me more of a dramatic comedy theme. Okay, so there's a convertible.
Yes.
It's obviously not Pulp Fiction, because we wouldn't review that on our show, because that's a great movie.
I didn't look up what year it is. Here, I'll tell you the year too, just so.
Okay.
It's in that range. I don't think it's 80s. It is 80s. It's an 80s film, 1987.
87.
Yes.
Convertible.
Yes. Without looking.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Can I have any other hints other than a convertible? I mean, is it really that apparent? I should guess it just based on that alone.
No, you're not going to guess it.
Well, that's the whole point. I want to try and guess it.
I know, but you're not going to. Tell you what. I'll tell you this. The convertible is on the movie poster.
Is it Wise Guys?
No, it is not Wise Guys. That's a good guess, though.
Then I don't know.
But again, another comedy. And I said I don't like.
I know, but it's the only thing I can think of. It came out the same year, so.
How about this? It takes place in Los Angeles.
Okay. That's it?
It's about a cop. It's about a cop.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles cop. Tracking down drug dealers.
It's not To Live and Die in L.A., is it?
No, you wish it was To Live and Die in
I
L.A.
know, that's a great fucking movie. I'd have a hard time reviewing that. I can't shit on that movie. It's a cop.
There's a rumored sex scene.
Oh no, Fatal Beauty?
Yes, Fatal Beauty.
What's wrong with you? All you had to do was say rumored sex scene.
I know, that's why I saved that for last. I knew you'd get it with that.
Yes, there is a rumored sex scene with Whoopi Goldberg and Sam Elliott. That was removed from the movie. It was done. The scene was filmed and everything, as far as the rumors go.
Supposedly.
Yeah, as far as the rumors go, that scene was filmed, done, and ready to go, and it was removed at the last minute. I think their excuse was they felt that it was too explicit, blah blah blah. And what I think they were really saying is that people don't want to see a sex scene with Whoopi Goldberg, or B, people couldn't handle a sex scene, a black woman and a white man. I don't think that. Hey, come on. This country is a little weird when it comes to that stuff.
Okay, all right.
Especially if you're screening it in the flyover states.
I was about to say, maybe in the flyover states, you got a point. Now, normally I would not have any desire to see Sam Elliott drag his mustache across Whoopi Goldberg's thigh.
Oh.
But the fact that if it has been filmed and it has been denied to me as a film goer, I need to see it now. I never had a desire to watch those two particular actors make the beast with no backs, or two backs. No backs would be very. That's even more disturbing. I had no desire until it was rumored, and now I need to see it. Now I have dreams.
The name's Conager. I just remember there was a point in time, and he kind of still is in that mode, where he was just in Western mode. It's like, I grew the mustache. I may as well fucking do a Western or two. Everything from Tombstone to Conager to it's the beef, it's what's for fucking dinner commercials.
Western, cop, biker. That's really what he set for himself.
That's it.
And he does it well. So yeah, your challenge is Fatal Beauty.
You bastard. I haven't seen that movie in a long fucking time. Long fucking time.
Now, speaking of disturbing, since you didn't prepare yours, I have my suggestions here.
Just rub it in. It's okay.
Now, I didn't do the original discussion we had. I'd given it as an example, Dirty Dancing.
Okay. Which
I didn't write up because I figured we'd just talk about it. And so my example for Dirty Dancing was take the whole romantic comedy part out, and what you have is this gigolo that works the resorts, kind of, and just conning these women with his sexual charms, and like making them him like his little love slaves. But then he runs into the one girl he does it with, and with the protective father, and he takes everything a bit too far, and it all backfires on him. And it's like this dark psychological mind games. That's a pretty twisted film.
Sure.
And much better than.
Yeah.
And actually, the most famous line of the film also works in that. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Suddenly, it's got a creepier tone to it.
Sure, I could feel the music coming in from the background on that.
Yeah.
It's like.
So I had a couple.
Actually, it's more Friday the 13th, but you get what I'm going with.
Straight horror film. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a couple other examples I wrote up real quick. Let's see. Bill Durham.
Bill Durham?
Or Bull Durham. I'm sorry. Bull Durham. Sorry. Shut up. It's a
No.
stupid
No. Call it Bill Durham.
It's a stupid name to begin with.
Call it Bill Durham and have him as the character. Sure, he goes around hurting people with baseball bats.
Even better. Every year, a minor league baseball player is found dead under mysterious circumstances. This year, Bull Durham meets an amorous black widow and discovers the source of those mysterious deaths firsthand. So she's sleeping with minor league players every year, but then she's also killing them afterwards.
Oh.
See, that's a spoiler alert for the ending of that.
There you go.
Then let's say Splash.
Sure, lovable Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah movie.
Yeah, let's take Disney and make it a little more Innsmouth, Lovecraftian. A young boy is traumatized by underwater creatures he imagines he sees during a near-death drowning experience. Years later, he's a successful businessman and is suddenly approached by a beautiful woman who claims to have met him as a child. He falls for her despite her odd mannerisms and mysterious background. But then, a government-based scientific research group approaches him. All is not what it appears to be. He wasn't just imagining those aquatic monsters years ago, and now they've come back for him.
Now, does the line "bocce balls" does that get to stay?
Sure, you can make that line work in there.
Balls.
Bocce balls. You can still have the quirky scientist, but now he's like the comic relief instead of the pratfalls of the whole comic movie. Let me see. Can't Buy Me Love.
Oh, Patrick Dempsey.
Remember that one?
Sure. With the telescope. Goes to a girl's party. She gets wine, gets drunk, wine, or whatever all over it. She needs to buy another one. But Patrick Dempsey has saved money to buy a telescope and in turn gives it to her to buy the exact same jacket that belongs to her mother. But in return, he asks her to pretend to be her boyfriend and make him popular. And it works. And then they end up falling for each other anyway.
Right. So in my version, Can't Buy Me Love. Exploiting a popular girl's desperate need for money, a socially awkward nerd bribes her into pretending to be his girlfriend for the school year. As his popularity grows and his pride and self-confidence, so does his affection for the girl and his belief in the charade that they're performing. When the school year... What the hell did I do? When the school year comes towards...
It sounds like the exact movie.
When the school year comes towards the end, she expresses a desire to end the act, which threatens to shatter the nerd's newfound reality. By the time the senior prom arrives, desperation, obsession, and betrayal will explode in a night that all will remember.
Oh, okay. So it's like one violent night.
In this one, she turns out to be the good guy, and he grows darker and more obsessed with him. That it all spearheads at the prom because he won't let go.
The final conclusion.
Mine.
All right, cool.
Better movie. Let's see. Arthur.
Okay.
An emotionally unstable billionaire playboy with deeply rooted mother issues becomes infatuated with a lower-class waitress, stalking her despite her continuous rejections of his affection.
Mm-hmm.
She finds that his wealthy connections prevent her from obtaining help from the authorities, yet she continues to resist his advances until his obsession leads him to have her kidnapped and brought to their high society wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And ironically, still get Russell Brand to play the character in my version. And this time it'll actually work.
I can see that, sure. All right. What else you got?
And I should have had you give the real synopsis of it before I got into that, but I think everybody knows Arthur. But do that for me for Mannequin. What's the movie Mannequin? What's that
Mannequin. About? Okay. Mannequin. You have a store. Was he a clerk or just a manager? Well, anyway, he works in a store, and one of the mannequins.
He's like an artist.
Yeah, he sets up the sets. He stages the mannequins. Well, one of them, played by Kim Cattrall, comes to life, and nobody else can see her but him, and no one believes him and all that and whatnot. But they end up having a relationship, And hilarity ensues when he's just carrying her around the store and telling people that she's alive, and they don't believe him, and he sets her up. Oh, come on, do something. And she's just standing still. But they end up, it's a romantic comedy. They end up falling in love at the end, and everyone sees that she is in fact real. What was it? What was that? It was like she could only come alive when no one else was in the store.
I don't even remember.
I think that came out in '87 as well.
Yeah, and then they ripped it off for that Nickelodeon TV show, Today's Special.
I think Today's Special got ripped off by Mannequin.
Good, they deserved it.
You know, I used to do that in the TV guide. They would always say what the magic word for Today's Special was. And I would always look it up ahead of time, and I always used to tell my sister that I was psychic, and it's like I'll prove it. Today's magic word is cheese. And then the show would come on, and it would say, today's magic word is cheese, and she believed it for a long time. Till I told her that, hey, dummy, you can look in the TV guide.
And then she never trusted you again.
She had a lot of chances not to trust me. I don't know why that one was any different. The laser just switched sides.
I love it. Side B.
Side B.
In my version of Mannequin,
mm-hmm.
an introverted young artist is forced to take on a job dressing windows at a high-end department store. As he sinks into a depression over not being able to connect with people or pursue his art, he begins building a fantasy life around a display mannequin that takes on more human qualities the further he sinks into his manic obsession. And it really plays the exact same way, except the people around him aren't amused, and at the end, instead of her coming to life, he either kills himself or they drag him away.
Put him in a straitjacket.
And if he kills himself, he takes the black crossdresser with him.
Mm.
Accidentally, he doesn't mean to kill him. Her.
Yeah, the black guy, the flamboyant black guy. They really went over the top with him. They tried to make him the over the top, funny friend.
Now let's be fair. In the '80s, that's what modern America thought of as gay homosexuals.
Yeah, that is true.
That Boy George, all that stuff. That was the only way. We're talking Reagan America here. That was the only way Reagan white America could really conceptualize what a gay person was. It's the wacky person that dresses funny and talks with a strange voice. It's probably one of the worst gay stereotypes from the '80s, and that's from a long list.
Yeah.
By the way, going back to the wildlife. One of my favorite lines when he's talking about his friends. Maybe I'll ask him to move in. No, man. He moved to California. He's a fag now. Interesting.
Just moved to the West Coast, and there you go. I was just thinking, this movie is on YouTube, and
there's breasts in it.
There's total nudity. And
that's why when you said that you can't have breasts on YouTube, I was like, really? Because I just watched this on YouTube. What do you?
Well, what I think has happened is it probably hasn't gotten caught yet. It was only literally released like a month ago.
I never heard the no breasts rule because you can have red band trailers on YouTube, so you can have violence and swearing and everything.
Let's put it this way: I didn't even have to sign into YouTube to say that this is a mature film. When it has explicit content, even when you watch a red band trailer, it makes you sign in. Didn't have to do that with this. I think this one's flying under the radar, at least for a little while. And then I think it will get pulled. That's what I think.
Yeah. They'll pull it when people start actually watching it.
Yeah, right?
How many hits are on that? How many hits are on this?
You know what? Maybe. Last I looked, it was like 200.
Yeah, no one's watching this. Just us.
But you know what? Watch. We'll get flagged.
After our show goes out, we'll probably raise that number by 20 or 30 for all the people playing the home game.
Let's see. Oh, wow. 2,000 views. It's gone up a little bit.
See? Just hearing that we were going to do a show about this had the numbers skyrocketing.
I think you're right. 27 likes, 0 dislikes.
That's insane. I'm going to put a dislike on there just so it can be known that it's not a good movie. Who's watching this?
I like it.
Nah.
I think a lot more, like I said, I think a lot more people, if given the opportunity to see this film, would like it. That's just me.
Leah Thompson.
Yeah.
First of all, Kim Cattrall. Does she have? Am I wrong, or does she have one of the most? Is she one of the most overrated actresses when it comes to what her career is?
Oh, you mean as far as like a sex symbol?
As far as like just like what she's been in to be that well known of a name.
Yeah, completely overrated.
She's never. I mean, she's not an Oscar nominee or anything. Which you don't have to be known, but I mean, she's not really done anything notable. I mean, we know stuff she's been in, but nothing that should warrant her being as well known as she is.
I think Sex and the City is what really made her famous. That's what I think.
Well, I think that was her second guess, but she was still a name. She was a name in the first place to get her onto the show.
Yeah, but I don't think she really became what she was until Sex and the City. Up until then, she was recognizable. Oh, I know her. She was in this.
Well, obviously, she's more famous now because of that than before, but I'm saying she was still a name. This is why they picked her in the first place. Right. All I'm saying is that even Sarah Jessica Parker, who I can't stand, has been in more like notable films than Kim Cattrall. Yeah?
Yes. The major breast scene in the strip club is on right now. I'm leaving it just for the fact that I want to see if we get pulled.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. And we'll find out if it's soapy water or milk.
I feel the same way about Leah Thompson, too. I mean, I sometimes, I may sound a bit sexist here, but sometimes some of these actresses really coast on being good looking, and they get the roles because they are good looking. And I'm not saying they're bad actresses, but the name recognition that some of them acquire really doesn't match their output, I don't think, at least to a certain extent. Right. Some of them actually do use that and get into good film. I'm making myself sound more and more sexist as I go, so I should probably stop.
It looks like soapy water to me. It does. That's
if you put that much, but it's not bubbling. It's not.
No, so it's not. It almost looks like they had bubbles at one point, but the scene took too long to film.
if you put that much milk in like a canister that size and get it and slosh it around, it's going to look watery, especially if they're using skim.
It almost does. It almost has a bluish hue to it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I assumed it was milk.
Why would you use skim milk, though? But anyway,
maybe it's cheaper.
Maybe. But Leah Thompson.
Maybe it was.
Or maybe they threw a bunch of milk in and then threw water in there.
My favorite thing in IMDb's trivia, it says that supposedly there was a sex scene with Leah Thompson, and according to her, this is what I love. It says that according to her, they didn't use it because it was too sexy.
Oh, really?
Well, of course she's going to say that because they didn't put me in the film because I'm just too hot.
I never. Not that Leah Thompson isn't attractive. I just personally never found her attractive.
You watch that scene again where she's putting on her stockings and stuff.
No, it was just on about 10 minutes ago, and it was okay. No, don't get me wrong. I didn't say she wasn't attractive. I just said I never found her attractive.
Well, that's because she's not a redhead.
Let's not go there, please.
All I'm saying is, I think a lot of these actors that get behind a pretty face. That's fine.
But that's been that way since the dawn of film.
So I'm allowed to say it.
You can.
And if that's the case, then let's see some more sex scenes.
Yeah, I think a lot of actresses today show a lot more skin and actually do nudity than ever before. Where it was like you would never see, and I don't think Leah Thompson has ever done a nude scene where you've actually seen bare breasts. You take that exact, that exact actress, whatever mold Leah Thompson was, you bring it out today, I guarantee you that person has done a nude scene by now.
But now when they do it, they tend to do it not for the cheapy low budget films, but for big budget films that they actually feel are going to help their career or be Oscar. I think more than bare skin, but when they do, it's like that whole Boobies song that McFarlane sang during the Oscars. But the more often that they do, with rare acceptances like Halle Berry's whorish "Give Me Money to Show My Breasts."
No, Swordfish.
Swordfish. Monsters Ball was like a real film. She did it for art. For Swordfish, it was like, give me $500,000 and I'll show them.
Right, and then Monsters Ball, she got paid almost nothing and won an Oscar.
Right, and I think you see more of the latter these days than you do the former. No, I think more actresses are afraid of selling out, so to speak, but they are willing to bear more for their craft.
Yeah, I think I don't remember what actress said it, but she said, because someone asked her if she's ever going to do a nude scene, and she said, yeah, if it's the right movie. Basically, just what you just said is, yeah, if it's art and they feel that the film will be looked upon in the right way, sure, why not?
I am much more flexible in that regard.
I bet you are.
Yes. I'm going to email you a little film I filmed last night. Hang on. I'm kidding. That's a funny.
Orc in the chat room, he said that they use 1% milk. I'm sure that they're just making that up, but but thank you for your input. Where did that
fact come from?
What?
Where did that fact come from?
It didn't. They just said we were talking about different percentages of milk, whole milk, 1%, skim, or we said all that, and he was at 1%.
Dude,
1%.
Dude, if you know your body bathing milk, that's skim milk. 1% my ass.
Yeah, it would be more white if it was 1%. It was definitely had a bluish hue to it.
That right there, that's a telltale sign of
could still be soap,
milk.
But
no, because it'd be soaping then. There'd be like lines on the glass on the end. There's no soapy residue.
I think we should go into our own pockets and pay to get the film remastered in high def to find out.
I would rather pay a stripper to bathe in milk and tell you if it looks the same way.
But that's not going to answer my question for the movie.
It'll answer it enough for me.
Oh, okay.
I think between those two options, I think not prostitute, stripper.
Prostitute.
Because there's a difference.
Did you say prostitute?
Stripper. I said it accidentally, then I said no, because there's a difference. It has to be a stripper.
Is that a Freudian slip?
I don't wear a slip. And what I'm saying is, between the two of them, the stripper bathing the milk may not be as conclusive, but it's going to cost a lot less, and we might get a free round of drinks involved as well. So, I mean, that's kind of thing. You could throw a party around that.
Drink the milk. Is that what? Did you just...
No, get a round of drinks.
Oh. I get you.
Are you the guy that brought the milk? Yeah, here's the drinks on me. That's kind of thing. You become the milk guys. You're popular. They invite you back. Bring. Next time you come, bring more milk. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Orc is he's a little mad in the chat room. He said, no shit. I said it first, and then you jerk off started saying your milk percent. We're sorry.
Who's sorry? I said it's skim milk. He's full of shit.
You're still wrong, Chris. Orc. I'm sorry, Orc. Orc the Reckon. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think you pronounce it Chris.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway.
You have been listening to Moviesucktastic episode number 111, where we reviewed the dismal Ridgemont, Fast Times at Ridgemont High ripoff, The Wildlife.
Yes. All right, so I take it we're ending the show.
Yes, next episode we'll be reviewing the Whoopi Goldberg, Sam Elliott vehicle, Fatal Beauty.
Oh, God. Fatal Beauty. Is that on Netflix streaming by any chance?
Don't know, but I have a copy of my personal collection, so I'm good.
I don't have a copy of it, so I'm going to have to actually seek that one out. Let's see if it's on YouTube.
It was at one point. At one point, it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Netflix now, but I know it was at one point.
It is. The full film is not on
Now,
YouTube.
see, this is where you start telling everybody where they can find the show.
Oh, that's right. You can go to Moviesucktastic.com and you can download all of our episodes there. You can listen to all of them there if you don't want to download them. And you can watch the show live right from our website. Or you can go to livestream.com/Moviesucktastic and you can do it there as well. You can go to iTunes. You can download our shows there and give us reviews. You can also go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Moviesucktastic. You can leave us voicemail at 908-514-4470. And if you want to email us, you can at themovieguys@Moviesucktastic.com. Yeah.
And tune in next week for Fatal Beauty.
Fatal Beauty. It's so
Kevlar,
beautiful.
bitch.
All right, everybody. Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.